If you feel like you are running on the hot girl hamster wheel, chasing perfection and anti-aging, yet it never feels like it's enough, what if I told you the secret is not another procedure, potion, or product? It's actually reframing your thoughts about aging and shifting your mindset. Blow your mind? That is where coaching comes in. I'm Dr. Mina. I'm a board certified dermatologist. Welcome to my channel, The Skin Reel, where I give real people real skin information and education so that you can make informed decisions about your own skin health. Sound good? Let's get into it. This is my recap episode where I break down my key takeaways from my most recent podcast interview. And this week was with Dr. Sunny Smith. She is a family medicine doctor. She has practiced for decades at UC San Diego, teaching medical students and residents and working in underserved communities. And she discovered the power of coaching after a tragic accident. If you want to hear the full episode, be sure to stick around to the end where I will link it. If you were like I was a few years ago, you might be a little bit skeptical about coaching. It maybe sounds a little voodoo. Is there really science to back it up? It may sound like it's just therapy light. That's kind of what I thought it was. And I felt like I had my life together. I didn't need a therapist. Why would I need coaching? But I have totally done a 180 on my beliefs around coaching because I have seen the power of it and I realized the value in it. So if you are wondering what is coaching, check out the full episode where Dr. Smith, who now has one of the fastest growing coaching businesses in the country, really, we do a deep dive on it. But what I have now discovered is that coaching isn't about fixing something that's broken, where a lot of times therapy is looking back at the past and seeing where things went wrong. But coaching is all about clarity and perspective. Coaching is about asking the right questions and reframing situations and experiences in your life so that you can have an amazing, wonderful life and feel good about yourself. And I see patients coming to me wanting to fix things, feeling discouraged about how they look, feeling frustrated. And a lot of times there is that on the surface, but when you really delve deeper, there is so much more going on about those wrinkles on their forehead that it's really not so much about the wrinkles on the forehead. It's about how those wrinkles make you feel. They might make you feel old. They may make you feel unattractive to your spouse. They may serve as a reminder that you're aging. And so it's not so much that it's the wrinkles in and of themselves, but it's the meaning we give to that. I know that as a woman in my early 40s, I felt like I had been on autopilot. And with medical school, residency, fellowship, career building, and all of that. And it finally was in my 40s where my kids were no longer babies, a little more independent. I kind of could take a breath and realize, okay, we got here, but what do I really want for the next part of my life, the next chapters of my life? I felt like I was a little bit on autopilot. And I found that coaching helped me realize I can design the life that I want. I don't have to just keep going on this direction because I've been going on it. And for me, that was super powerful and impactful. And how I could see this helpful for people like me in that middle age period, seeing changes happening in their skin. Maybe there are changes in their life. Maybe they're struggling with a parent that's older. Maybe they're going through a divorce or struggling with children. What coaching can do is help you reframe what's going on in your life and help you really see the facts for the facts and not just the stories we tell about them. Now, you might be wondering if coaching is right for you. How do you know? So here's some situations where you might benefit from coaching. Maybe you feel like you're stuck or you don't even know what you want anymore, right? How many times do we just know what we don't want? We don't actually know what we want. If you feel like you're always chasing the next thing, the next goal, the next procedure, the next skincare trend, but never satisfied when you actually get there. Or maybe you feel resentful or exhausted or burned out. Or perhaps you're going through a transition, maybe a career transition, or maybe a divorce or a marriage. Maybe children are leaving home, or you're having what we call a midlife crisis, right? Take your pick. So many things to choose from, right? Maybe you're struggling with self-image. I see this a lot in my friends and myself, my patients. They're struggling with how they feel on the inside doesn't match how they look on the outside to the world. And that can be really disheartening. Or you just want more clarity, more confidence, or peace in your life. And right, who doesn't want that? Who couldn't use a little extra of that? Coaching has been going on for C suites and CEOs for decades. I feel like the business world knows the value and sees the value in coaching. Our presidents have coaches. Powerful people in business, especially and athletes, have coaches. I learned that Serena Williams had a coach with Tony Robbins, and I thought, well, why would she need that when she really just needs to focus on her tennis game? But what I failed to realize is that our mind is more powerful than all the physical exercise you can do, and that you really need to be in the right frame of mind to be successful. So if amazing tennis players like Serena Williams and presidents and powerful CEOs and Facebook executives and all of these people see the value in coaching, then why wouldn't it also be important in my life or in your life? So if you're thinking, okay, maybe I'm ready to find a coach to see what this is about, what's the next step? How do you actually find someone who's good? Where do you even start? So you may want to look at what kind of coaching you're looking for. Are you specifically looking for business coaching? Maybe you are a certain type of professional or you're feeling burnout, and that might be helpful. Say a physician coaching group or a lawyer coaching group or whatever type of coaching group. Maybe you just need general life coaching, right? Who doesn't just need that? It's important to know that coaching is a relationship and you want to find the right person, but you may get bogged down with this perfectionism idea that there is a perfect coach out there for you and that you have to find them. Here's the thing. The most powerful coaching is what they can pull out of you and the work that you do, not them telling you to do stuff. And so I would say it's less about the coach themselves and more about their certification, their training, the standardized practices that they learned to use. It's not so much that there's only one right coach out there for you. It's more, do you vibe with them? Do they take a more direct approach? Are they a little bit softer? What is their personality like? And does that vibe with you? And you may find that that changes depending on where you are in your life and what you're struggling with at that particular moment. And your coach doesn't have to be your coach forever. You may need that coach for 6 months and then you move on and you have a different coach. So it's important to know this isn't pick the right one or you won't succeed, that there are many wonderful coaches out there. And that really the power of coaching is what they can pull out of you and help you see that it's really you doing the work. Certifications are great. There's some big coaching programs out there that have certifications. Their work is standardized. Maybe they've even done research on it. And also ask your friends, ask people you know for referrals who have perhaps had coaching and maybe good experiences or not so good experiences. And lastly, but probably most importantly, is be coachable. You have to be open to change and you have to be open to doing the work, or you're not going to get anything out of it. No one can make you get coached. No one can make you do that work. No one can make you change your mindset and reframe things. That has to come from inside. But if you're open to that, it will be incredibly powerful and life-changing for you. Now, yes, my podcast is about skin health, but I say skin health is whole body health. When we think about our whole body, it's so much more than just exercising and eating right and working out and doing all these things. Our mind is so important too, and we have to nurture that. We have to help develop that because our mind is so powerful, and the stories we tell ourselves, the thoughts we tell ourselves, that makes an impact. So taking care of our mind and body is skin health. You will see that reflected in your skin. And I know we have been conditioned to believe that beauty is youth, aging is a problem to solve, and that our worth is tied to how well we maintain that. But that is just an impossible standard. And I challenge you to reframe how you think about aging and what aging means to you. And this is where coaching can come in and can help you make some powerful shifts in your mindset and help you realize that beauty isn't necessarily erasing every line on our face. It's really how we show up in life and our confidence. And I like to say, stepping off the hot girl hamster wheel that just can sometimes take over our lives with all these chores and to-dos that we feel like we have to do. And I know coaching can really help you define your own version of success, whether that's with a career, your relationships, or your skincare. So if you are struggling in life from a career, family stuff, or just with your appearance and how you're looking, coaching could be an important tool to help you reframe your thoughts about aging or getting older or your appearance changing and help give you a new perspective on that because aging is the gift of life, right? The alternative is that you're not alive. So it's important that we keep things in perspective as well. And I say, come see me for those last 10%, right? That last final 10%, the icing on top after you've done that important work inside. If you want to hear the full episode, be sure to check it out here. It was amazing. I felt like I just got an hour of coaching, and I think you will as well. And I will see you next week.